crap. I have never fallen in love with a comic book as fast as I've fallen in love with this shit. Manga, yes. Comic books, never.
This one was on my radar for a really long time, and I blame Patrick Rothfuss.
Really?
Because he had a review on Goodreads, and it's just like more of this with 5 stars. I started following Patrick Rothfuss's reviews after I read his Lies of Loch Lamar reviews, because I found that he and I have a very like similar opinion on things. If you don't follow him. His reviews are hilarious. But I read his review of Rat Queens, and I'm just like, what is this? And then I went out and I bought it because it was on sale for $9. And I made a very smart decision when I bought Rat Queens, and that was I bought both volumes at once. Because if I hadn't, I would probably have killed someone.
You have to understand, from like by page 3, you're hooked.
Oh, it's like instantaneous.
Because these characters just leap off the fucking page, okay? Just their attitude, the way people talk about them, the way they're drawn, their sense of humor. You're just like in love with these characters immediately. They do and say like everything you repress inwardly.
I know, it's so great because they're so friggin' crude. Like, you just, some of the stuff they say, you're just like, and it's great because there's that stereotype when it comes to women, like female characters in fantasy, and how they can't be brawlers because, you know, they have to be like poised.
There's nothing sexy about a brawler. No.
Oh man, like they are shit talking everything, and it's glorious.
And who they are just works like as a team, right? You can see why they found each other because they just kind of like chink in together.
I don't have a favorite character. I love them all.
Oh, just amazing.
Like, I love Dee because I love Dee's backstory so much because she's like from like this Lovecraftian death cult, but she doesn't really believe in it, so she leaves to like go experience life.
But she still like has access to their powers, even though she's like a cleric, and
she's an atheist, and it's just like, how can you be a cleric and be an atheist? She's like, no, it works.
I got this, guy. And like, I just love her costume and like the way she's drawn. I'm like, there's a black female character, and I mean, okay, it's not really exactly biracial too much, but I mean, you've got Sawyer running around, and it's still better than most fantasy worlds. I feel like you've got a bunch of different body types instead.
Yeah, like it's not like typical.
Yeah, your depictions of everybody don't feel typical. So yeah, there's not a whole bunch of different like Chinese or black or even just different skinned representations. You have like a whole bunch of different body types and like female dwarven characters
who are able to have beards.
What? And like version of femininity, just dawn, right?
So great.
And she's just like, no, you should have seen me with my beard. I was so much sexier. Just like,
oh, there's Orc Dave, and I love Orc Dave.
I love Violet and Orc Dave together. Just this series is so quotable too, which is the thing. I was just reading it to do the review and like writing things down, and just the things that are said are just the be-all and end-all of funny. Like, you will find yourself laughing out loud. Drunk, I want to get high, I want to have sex with Orc Dave. It can be all those things in some kind of order or all at once. Any questions? It's like, oh my god.
It's nice to have well-rounded characters well-rounded characters who are also women. And they're not, like, that's the other thing, they're not defined by being female.
Not at all.
Not at all. Like, they feel like people.
And they're just walking around doing crazy awesome things.
And it's so cool because as someone who plays D&D, it's so D&D-like. I just think how Violet too, like, it's like, oh look, I broke my arm, and her hand is like hanging off.
And they're like, ooh, yeah you did,
let's magic that.
Oh god. So
I
good.
love it so much.
So our characters, because we kind of touched on them, are Hannah, who is this amazingly cool, probably half demon necromancer sorceress thing. Her parents are constantly calling her on the magic rock. And yeah, she's got horns, which is really cool. And she's got this on again, off again thing with the Captain of the Guard Sawyer. And oh my god, they're so hot together. Just mind blown, okay? So they finally actually do decide that okay, maybe we can do this relationship thing and it won't be so bad. But then you have Violet, who is a dwarven brawler. She did have a beard at one point, she shaved it off. And she's just really cool and badass and likes to hit things with her sword. But that is not like her only characteristic. She's not just like, she's just...
She's dealing with the whole, like, family and tradition thing versus being her own person. And
being valued as a person, not as a woman. But anyways, so then there is Dee, who, like you said, is a human cleric. She's left her family behind. She's an atheist, but she's still rocking I'm a cleric thing. And so her past ends up coming back to haunt her in the second volume. And somebody's using her clan's magic to be the big bad. That was really cool.
It was awesome. Like, the art in the panel for those panels were...
And I just love, they have this one picture of her that was drawn for like a cover or something, where she's just kind of sitting there surrounded by candles and skulls, and there's like squid tentacles pulling down, and they're kind of just like playfully picking up her hair, and I'm just like, I love that. I want it to be like my screensaver or something. It's so cute. And then, of course, you have probably my favorite character, but only by like just like this much, is Betty the Smidgen Thief. Smidgens are like halflings or
hobbits
or yeah. She's kind of like goblin
so
looking.
Nuts. She's so nuts. I love her.
But they all the characters talk to her like, oh, aren't you just like the cutest little thing? Like, blah, blah, blah.
I know.
And she just like, she just kind of like trots around. She's all happy. But oh my god, does she love her drugs and alcohol?
Like,
so
okay,
much.
at one point they're on this assignment in the very first volume. They're told to go clear out like these goblins or whatever. And oh, Betty, okay, it's time to have lunch. What did you pack? And she's like, okay. And she opens her bag and she starts dumping it. And someone's like, Betty, did you just pack candy and drugs? Yes.
or they're like fighting these mushroom people, and they're like cut to pieces, and she like picks them up and she starts eating them. And they're like, Betty, are you eating mushroom people? She's like, yeah, well, they're not using their bits anymore. And they're like, Betty, those were people. She's like, well, now they're mushrooms.
And she trips so hard off of the mushroom people.
And at one point, one of the characters had to like go find her, right? So she shoves her in a backpack, and she's like, yeah, Betty's fine, she's in the backpack. I'm pretty sure she thinks she's in a dungeon. And you just see like a hand stick out, like, we should go that way. She's like, oh. It's so quotable.
It's what I've wanted all my life. You know, that's what it is. It's the fantasy story that I've always wanted.
Seriously, right? Just so badass, so well written. You can tell there's a whole wide world out there that they have yet to explore, and it's going to be full of crazy ass shit and so many more funny lines.
I love that the fact that they kind of like have brought in Lovecraft stuff, because that's just...
And they're just like, hey, here you go, take it.
Oh yeah, look, tentacles. Have them. Drugs. Have them.
Yeah, the sense of timing is impeccable. You're always laughing, you're always like concerned for the characters, right? And it's like taking on those fantasy tropes, like, an elven mage getting taken out by an arrow. Like, can we skip this cliche? And I'm like, yep, sure.
Gary.
Gary was so random, but I already love Gary.
Gary is this guy who's just always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everyone hates him.
They're just like, fuck off, Gary.
Gary's like, oh, there are people on the other side of the wall, they're attacking us. Shut up, Gary! Or, oh no, the entire, the entire city guard is dead. Guys, am I late? Fucking Gary.
Go home, Gary! We don't want you here.
Just, like, it's so random, but so funny. Like, just read it. Like, please read it.
Everybody needs to know about this series, and it is currently, because it's voting time on the Goodreads thing, it's up for Best Graphic Novel of the Year. And it should win, and it's also up against Thor, Goddess of Thunder. No.
Which we loved. Like, understand, we loved Thor, Goddess of Thunder.
But this
is better. Thor, Goddess of Thunder is like an 8. This is an 11.
Yeah. So, we could talk for hours about this series. There's so many things to quote. There are so many funny moments that you could read it over and over again and still...
It will be something that I come back to.
Oh, yeah. So, just buy it. Don't even bother with the library or trying to find it online. Just buy it because you know you're going to want it. Alright. So that was our review, guys. We also have a website, www.dofthea.com. We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, and subscribe to YouTube for more of our videos, or comment down below. Tell us what you think, or if you have something similar that is just as badass, please let us know. We are going through withdrawal.
Serious withdrawal.
So, bye guys.